JoJo shows a toy or two. JoJo shows a toy or two. JoJo shows a toy or two or three. Maybe 6, okay, probably 10.
Hello. What's up, JoJo? What you got for us today, my good friend?
Who is that?
Yoshi.
Ding dong, ding dong, ding dong. There's a shell that is also a bun that makes his tongue stick out. You can also do this. You also pull your finger.
Whoa, that was pretty good.
At the movie of the Mario, at the Mario show, movie at the end, Yoshi is still in his egg, and then it cracks a little bit in the sewers. That means, and then he says Yoshi when the screen is off. He says Yoshi when the screen is off.
Yeah. Okay. The new movie.
Yeah.
Spoiler
alert.
I'll see it. Hope you stay till after the credits.
In number 2, I think we're gonna see Yoshi in it. I think.
Yep.
I want to see Yoshi in number 2 because we never got to see Yoshi in number 1 movie because he was not in the show.
There was a bunch of Yoshis in the background running. Wild Yoshis.
Yeah, but the regular Yoshi was not there.
I think we might see him in the next one.
Yeah, that's what I hope to see.
Well, what do you got? JoJo's curious. Todd, you got to fill everybody in. JoJo was like, "What's happening? Why am I first?"
Hot Wheels car.
Well, we want to make sure JoJo has his time, and our little JoJo. Well, not our. I guess he is part of the show, isn't he? He's ours. Yeah,
he's ours. He's family.
He started kindergarten, so we want to make sure he gets his opportunity to shine before he has to hit the hay. Getting up early in the morning is not fun, right?
Yeah, I go to school when it's a little bit dark out.
Yeah,
just a little dark out
earlier. Has to be this class starts at 7:50 in the morning.
Sometimes I want to eat breakfast at home, or sometimes I want to eat at the cafeteria.
Yeah. Okay.
This is my spending community.
Oh, that's awesome.
Oh, I can swing out here. Goodbye.
So yeah, we're working on compromises with the producer.
Yeah, we gotta make sure the producer is happy.
Yeah. Yep. So she's been questioning how we were gonna be handling it because he's been having to go to bed early to get up early for school, and so
I'm in the red one pod, and my friend named Isla, she's in the purple pod. We are in school, and I get to sometimes play over when it's recess time. And sometimes I see her, but sometimes she's on the other side, and sometimes I'm on the other side, so I can't play with her.
Yeah. Why don't you come sit over here in your stool? There.
Yeah, that's a good idea, NG, but I don't know if we could fit that in, man.
So yeah, we thought maybe we could either start the show earlier, we could do a pre-recording, or we're giving this a shot of kicking it right off with JoJo. Hopefully people stick around after.
Yeah, hopefully everybody will.
Since I don't have any Venoms.
Because everybody wants to come for a JoJo. And
Since I don't have any Venoms left, because I lost my big Venom, and somewhere in the grass, and I don't have a Let Go Venom.
You lost Venom?
Yeah.
All right, what do you got? What do you got for everybody?
The one that...
got a load of Legos. What? Show them.
Land of Legos.
I want to show something before I go to the rest.
She wants
JJ's corner.
I lost the size of this toy of Venom, but he was a little bit bigger.
Yeah. Well, 3-inch Venom. You
Yeah.
lost him. Where did you lose him? Camping last year?
No, I think somewhere at the park.
Oh yeah, at the park, the family get together
Yeah, and I also lost my regular Spider-Man.
at the volleyball court.
Yeah, I dig him up in the sand, and then I had time to go, and then we went back to burn it, and then I forgot where I buried him. But my mama shouldn't have said that.
I don't think it was Mama's fault.
Because
No,
she
not the
said to
producer.
go to bed because it was almost nighttime, or
Yep. Next time you have to make a map.
Yeah. Put an X on
X
it.
marks the spot.
Yeah.
But what if I forgot where he
I know
was again?
Dada wasn't very happy. Got to take better care of him. Otherwise, he's not going to buy more toys.
My regular Spider-Man has a black spider, and my other Spider-Man has a silver Spider-Man. Don't know if you guys can see it.
Yeah.
A little closer.
There you
Whoa.
Chinese Spider-Man spider. Okay, now I'll show you my mini Venom. I'm gonna collect in some minis, the toys that are about this size.
Whoa.
go. Yeah, what are the Marvel battle
Minis.
pods or something like that? You get these little tiny
Balls.
ball type things, and they open. It's part of a game,
Yeah,
a card game and stuff, and they come with these little figures.
yeah. I've been collecting a couple, but my dad got one. It's a mouse Iron Man.
Yeah,
It's called
Iron Mouse.
It's called Iron Mouse.
Huh.
You gonna show them? Or you just gonna leave them sitting here?
No, this one is yellow.
Don't leave me in suspense.
Oh,
that's
there he
dope.
is.
Oh.
So it's like Battle Arena or something. I can't remember what they are, but it's like a card game type thing, and they come with little figures. He's been collecting those too.
Now, would you consider Venom a good guy or a bad guy?
Venom is a bad guy.
There you have it.
Okay. But he only eats bad people.
Why do you know if he's a bad guy or a good guy?
It's kind of like Razor Ramon.
You need to watch superheroes much.
I gotta-
Scott Hall.
You gotta watch him more?
If you don't, that means don't forget if there's good guys and bad guys.
Okay.
I haven't seen one of this show. I don't know where he's from. So
Yeah.
I
Is that from the Ninjagos?
don't know. I
I
don't know.
think so.
I don't know. I haven't seen any of the Ninjagos. Looks different. I found him a long time ago. And I brought him with one of my Lego ninjas. That was Lloyd, the Green Ninja.
I don't know what to do with my hands. Why am I the one on JoJo's corner?
You don't have any
They
toys.
can't see ya. What do we got to do? Turn this over here so that since you want to sit over there. Here. how's
There
that?
you go.
Wolverine Lego.
Oh, here they are.
There you go.
I heard
Producer coming through Battle Worlds.
Battle
Yeah, hold on.
World.
Wait, don't.
Is
I'm
that-
gonna. There, Battle World. So this is an unopened one, and it comes with figures and cars and everything that you need to play one game is inside there. But then apparently, I think you can expand the game by getting
wanna-
others.
I want to find who I get.
if you
We're
don't
gonna do
lose
a
it.
live unboxing.
Huh?
Oh no, not tonight.
Why?
Producer said no. Bedtime. You gotta wrap it up.
Wrap it up.
Zoomer times.
Zoomer
Oh
time.
wow. We're going
Oh,
turbo mode here.
Last one, guys.
All right.
Please, Frank.
Fans are going to have to
Luckily,
focus
they can,
and
like,
slow it down because I can't slow it down, live. So
It's gonna be a test at the end of the show.
Zoom, zoom.
Please, Frank.
Yeah, what was number 5?
is JoJo going to watch Transformers 1?
I think so. He's kind of excited about it, right? The new Transformers.
It looks good.
Transformers 1.
I don't
JoJo,
like that they're
exit
making them kids.
stage
Come here.
I
right.
understand.
Goodbye.
Bye,
Bye,
JoJo.
Next
Jojo.
time when
hanging-
it's just
Bye,
shiny, you
Jojo.
say who I get when I open this.
Next time you have to update him on how school's going.
Yep, exactly.
Teach 'em all
There's the
about
See
puppy.
you later, JoJo.
There's Cal. He wants to go out too, maybe. You want to go out, Cal?
Welcome to Arcades Anonymous. I'm your host, Nerdline Master 84. Welcome, guys, to the show. If you've been hanging out with us, we're doing JoJo's Corner first and having a blast. So thank you for hanging out with us. Glad that you're here. Let's go around the horn. Chaotic, what you doing, buddy?
Hey, man. Finally made it to a beginning of a show, not delayed from work or anything like that. So glad to be here.
Glad you're here, man. You look great. Did you have a great day?
I rearranged my arcade again. I had a great day.
That right there makes every day great when you can rearrange. That's why I like putting things on wheels, because I can just roll it around all day long and change it out no matter what I want to do.
Nah, I'm jealous.
Yeah, I should do that.
All right, Jay, can we hear you? Are you there?
I hope so. If not, then
If not,
you'll
you
be
need
happy.
to make intimate love with your microphone, okay?
Okay.
Your wife will be jealous. How you doing, buddy?
No, never mind.
Said you weren't feeling good before the show. Are you feeling good
Yeah,
now?
I'm starting to feel better. Just it's months
The
ago.
positive energy just makes
Yeah,
you feel great.
JoJo's Corner, man, got me hyped.
It makes everybody feel fantastic.
There it
Well,
is,
we're glad
breaking
you're
it
here,
out.
brother. Glad
Yeah.
you're here.
Yeah, I'm doing good.
All right. So, Multicade Matt, how you doing, buddy? Unfortunately, I hear you are in quarantine.
I am in quarantine. Here, check this out. Arcade
Look at
bed
this.
right there. Boom.
Look,
Read a
Gonna
movie.
need one of those.
in the arcade. Isn't that the best place
Yes.
to be on quarantine?
Oh, Matt, you're like me now.
I am.
Yeah.
When I grow up, I want to be like Brian. Yes.
Did you get to set up
I
the new
kind of
Star
wish I
Wars?
had COVID.
I think we all wish we had COVID so we could just stay in our arcade rooms 24/7.
Exactly.
But otherwise, you're feeling well, I hope.
Yeah, just congestion and a headache.
Gee.
It is what it is.
Oh,
Yeah.
Lordy. Oh boy.
Did you happen to be able to get the Star Wars in there before you got put on quarantine?
Yeah, it's to his left.
Yes,
Awesome.
yes. Right next to the
Awesome.
Star Wars pinball, right where it belongs, where it's going to
The
stay.
bed cage or the bed cage is catching
Catch it
on.
on. Yes, I like it.
Everybody's wishing you feeling better. We all
Thank you.
are lifting you up, brother. We want you to feel better and not
Yeah,
have to
no.
go through anything strenuous. So,
Yeah.
but we're glad that you're feeling okay. So,
Cool. Thank you.
all right, Gallagher Guy 88, welcome, sir. How are you?
I am fantastic. I'm enjoying the Michael B stream on your stream
Yes,
right
a
now.
stream inside a stream inside another stream. That's how
Inception.
we play it here.
That's
at Arcades
Inception, my
Anonymous.
friend. That's Inception.
For those who don't want to miss the big update, we got you covered.
Yeah, you
And
know.
if
Yeah,
you
I've
look
heard-
closely, Michael B has us streaming in the
In the
back.
background.
Yes, in the
Exactly.
back. It's amazing. Oh,
Yeah,
So-
I'm doing good though. Just doing the normal stuff. Glad to be here.
glad that
Sound
you're
better.
here, man. It feels like it's been a while, hadn't it? Or am I just imagining?
It has been a while.
I was here last week,
Okay.
so
I mean,
I was on
You're-
Jay's stream. I was all snotty. I'm feeling better now, but
I'm
Must be
glad
going
to hear
around.
that, man.
I didn't have what Matt has. So
Oh, doesn't
I'll
it
trade you.
suck to get sick at the end of summer? That's crazy. So
Isn't that like the start of it?
yeah, you would think so, right? Oh boy.
MG's got to
And
censor
last but
himself.
certainly not least, G.I. Joel, buddy, what is going on with you today?
Doing all right. Hanging in there.
You've had a good week otherwise?
Yeah. I took I had my day of summer. I think I updated you guys on Saturday. I got to enjoy one day of summer before summer ended.
I am
I don't
so
know
glad
what-
that you got to do that.
I don't know what happened. I was looking forward to summer all winter, and next thing I know, wife's producer's telling me, "Hey, schools starts Monday, last day of summer. You want to come do something with us all?"
Yeah.
So we went out on the boat, hung out with the in-laws and my JoJo's cousins and stuff like that. Played on the lake, and it was a beautiful day. So definitely was fun and enjoyable. In fact, I'm considering maybe if we have good weather, doing it again this Saturday.
That's good to hear, man. That is good.
Yeah, going on the lake on a long holiday is brave. That's when the idiots come out.
Yeah, who is Michael B? Do we want to really explain who
Nah, don't
Michael
worry
B
about it.
is?
Don't worry about it. Just
he's just some Canadian. We
Yeah,
don't really, you
Big
know.
jolly Canadian.
We love when he comes on the show.
Yep, and when we meet him in person,
yeah. Well,
2 times
we're
a
gonna
year.
see him in Chicago, right?
Yep.
Yeah. He's
God,
just
how
hug
many?
me.
We got like 50-something days before Chicago, don't we?
Shoot, like 48.
48 days. Isn't that insane? Man,
Yeah.
I'm looking forward to spending the time with you gentlemen all.
Hell yeah.
So it shall be fun in Chicago for sure. So let's see. I see Jay got his haircut from Michael B's wife.
Is she a lawyer?
Wow.
Yeah, but
All
she cuts Michael B's hair.
Oh, does she?
They're giving him a hard time on one of his previous
Oh boy.
stories.
Are you enjoying those 13 fantastic games on the new retro shooter?
Fantastic games.
Are they
Love
shooters
all
or are they
13 of
just
them.
are they shooters or are they just
I think one of them
Fighters?
is a shooter. And
One
one of
shooter
them is
out
a
of
shooter, and I
13?
think the rest of them, are just like normal, and they're not even like popular games. They're just like these third-party
Public
rip-off
domain?
games. So
Hey,
Yeah.
spoiler alert. I got backups.
okay, I didn't want to say nothing.
Yeah, we didn't want to say that on stream.
They're just backups for your own personal collection. though, right?
backup
Oh, yeah,
for
it's true.
backups. Yes,
True, I do
yes.
have my own personal collection.
Yes,
Yes.
we don't
How I
want
got
to.
it, but
But I'm very excited to get something in the mail later and be able to play all the other games that were supposed to come with it that aren't there anymore.
And those are backups of your own personal collection,
Correct.
right,
Backup-
Ryan?
Yes.
When your
backup,
retro
yeah.
shooter arrived, you were extremely disappointed with all those ROMs that were on them, and you immediately destroyed that SD card.
Yeah, because I don't.
I don't know how to
don't do that
pursue
kind of
this
stuff,
one,
guys.
but okay. All right.
Bags of floppies.
Yeah,
That's a floppy disk.
that's a
Floppy disk.
floppy
Oh,
disk
okay.
joke.
he doesn't know what a floppy is.
Hey, Galaga guy, did you put games or did you actually own? It's illegal.
I haven't put any games on that.
He cannot confirm nor deny.
I haven't put any
Well, you
games
do
on
own
Legal
that.
Time
counsel
Crisis.
has said don't do it. So
You do own Time Crisis.
Yeah.
yeah.
I'm cool toy.
I don't get systems that have games downloaded on them. It's just
No.
weird. I don't
Those guys got an Napster back.
I don't do stuff like that. It's kind of illegal.
Yeah.
Anyways.
Oh boy. Well, guys, I am glad to be hanging out with you tonight and watching Michael B live. I'm not going to comment on what he's saying because we don't do that, right?
Nah.
Nah. All right.
I thought you put on the captions and just read it verbatim. That'll be our stream. You just
Your our reaction
Everybody
to
take turns.
Michael B stream.
Okay, guys, how do you guys feel about this?
Oh boy. Well, I was hoping tonight we could just hang out, talk about what we want to talk about. So this is just kind of like a hang and chill night. No main topics for
week.
huh?
Speaking of the previous week, let's plug Nintendo Force.
Oh my God, yes.
Anybody
Nintendo
that I
Force.
mean, maybe we're the only ones. The 6 people on the planet has never heard of it, but
Mhm.
if anybody watching has never heard of Nintendo Force magazine, it's basically a nod.
Put a 1 in the chat if you've heard about it. 2 if you haven't.
Yeah, that'd be
Love to
fun
hear kind of instant poll here.
It's a nod, kind of a homage.
Of course,
to
Gallagher guy gets
Nintendo
a 2. So yeah, it is a like a love note to Nintendo Power, and
Literally, because they have an article in there that basically is almost a love note of. They have it's called the Warp Zone.
yeah,
And it basically just goes through a couple issues and just kind of gives you the cliff notes of like 1991's, Nintendo Power in July.
Yeah.
This is the stuff they were talking about and the games that were coming out and things. And it is just trip down nostalgia lane and fun stuff. And it's all kinds of new current information on new Switch games and stuff. It comes with each issue comes with a poster.
Yep.
So it's a physical media, right?
It is a physical media,
yep.
Matt,
How
and
much does this cost monthly?
Six a year. And
6
I
editions.
believe it's
Yeah,
like $5 to $7 an issue.
yeah,
somewhere
it
around
is.
there.
It is
Hell yeah.
very economical.
Yeah.
You can
That
get
includes
digital if you
shipping.
just want digital, or you can get print and have it mailed to you as well.
That's cool. So you
Yeah.
get something in the mail that's not a bill.
Yeah, that's
Yeah.
not a bill.
Yes.
It's super awesome. I'd never heard of it before, and since Game Informer went out, I've been kind of a little sad that my library of I don't know. I'm a sucker for magazines. I don't know what it is.
Yeah,
I love
you and me
Yeah, I am
both. You and
too.
me both. I love the nostalgia. Obviously, like your old school gamer, you
Yep.
can still get that. But I was like super excited when you told me about this. And then, of course, the last issue was Dragon Ball Z, which I think we were ecstatic about too. So, yeah, I'm looking forward to getting this in the mail. I subbed, and I'm going to buy a lot of back issues. As our good friend Jason said, you can go back and buy those back issues and have them sent to you.
Yeah, that's a good
And
feature
for
too.
those that aren't aware, and to save you from making the mistake that I did, they also sell yearly bundles of back issues. So you don't have to like I was going through and ordering just that one looks cool, that one looks cool. Then after I placed like 2 or 3 orders, I then stumbled across like you could order 2002 all 6 issues all bundled together, and it's like way cheaper too.
Yeah,
And
because
they
they
bundle it
package
all
it and
together.
send it to you outright.
Yeah.
So
And they come mine. I've been getting them right out of I think it's Kentucky. So he ships them out like next day, and so very cool. I like it.
So yeah, Nintendo Force is just an awesome thing. So I'm looking forward. Like I said, I subbed and I gotta go back in there and order my back issues. So,
and it's not something that's brand new either. They've been around for well over 10 years.
Yeah,
10, 15 years or so.
And like, who hid this hidden gem from us? Like, who? It just doesn't make sense to me why this hasn't been out longer. Like knowing that it was out.
Yeah, they have little fun comics that they do in there too that are it's just got a lot of great content. I get Old School Gamer and Retro Gamer out of the UK, but this is quickly becoming my new favorite.
Yeah, I wish they gave free demo CDs, Stock Jock, but I don't think they do. Wish they did, but I don't think that's an option for you.
What's a CD?
What's a CD?
Old school, man. I thought you were retro.
It's something that you can invest in through banking. Right?
After 6 months, you can cash it out.
You can cash it out.
And traditionally, when the economy's crap, CDs are really, really good, and when the economy is really good, the CDs are garbage. So yeah.
That's why I'm holding on to my Michael Jackson essential hits.
Yes.
Yeah. Yeah. Think about this. What if they were UBSs? That would be
bees, man.
SUVs. What did I say? God.
UBS.
I my glasses.
Honestly, Nintendo Force is world.
I think that's another bank.
Game Informer. But I guess you got to be a big Nintendo fan too in order to really appreciate.
I would love these guys
Force,
to do like a Sony or a Xbox one too.
Yeah, think about
Game
that.
Informer was mostly becoming just like ad.
Yeah, I know.
But
USB.
USBs.
Yes.
The posters you've shown, Joel, are like they're really top notch posters too. That come with it. Like
show that contract.
they're pretty cool.
Sweet.
I'll have to send you guys pictures. I haven't opened them yet, but they did. I think in 2002. So I think those arrived. I haven't opened them yet, but they did like a series where it was you got 3 posters and you match them all together, and it made this huge long collage of Super Smash Brothers characters.
Wow.
Like the whole lineup. It's pretty neat.
Awesome.
Nice.
All right.
So if you don't know, now you know.
Now you know.
And
No one's half the battle.
Exactly.
Now there's,
All right.
if you didn't know, now there's 26 of us who know.
Yeah. There you go. There you go. All right, gentlemen. Let's have a good chat tonight. Who wants to start off with a topic they want to talk about? An awkward silence begins.
Brian.
Flip a coin.
He wants to
rock,
talk about
scissors.
VPX all day.
Uh-oh. Gosh, the worst awkward silence ever. Do I just need to call out like in class here?
Yes. Teacher, call us out.
Yes.
All right, Gallagher guy 88, you're up, buddy.
Ah. Okay. Well,
What do you
I was
want to
going
talk
to
about
talk.
tonight?
One of the things I had mentioned maybe talking about is reboots/remakes.
Mhm.
I know that there is a lot of remakes that are happening, or they're rebooting series, and just how they sometimes they're great, sometimes they're not so great. Maybe ones we love, maybe remakes that happen a ton that maybe it's getting to be a little bit too much type of thing. So that's kind of what I was interested in kind of talking about tonight. So
Awesome.
what are you guys' thoughts on that?
So there's remakes that they come out with that I think are just unnecessary. And then there's remakes that I think are just pure essential that they should do because they obviously give me nostalgia. But that doesn't mean that the other ones that I don't like don't give someone else nostalgia. So I think it's good that they do it, but at the same time, I wonder if they're taking it a little too far. You know what I mean? Like going too extreme.
Well, I mean, it depends on how lazy you want to get with it too. Like, if you really want to put the time and effort into it, I mean,
I say that every morning.
Look at Tomb Raider, for example. You remember
Okay.
the old Tomb Raiders games versus the new ones that came out,
Yes.
like the new trilogy that came out. To me, that was very well done, and it put a whole new like spin onto the Lara Croft character, and I don't know, like really just fleshed her out a lot.
Okay.
No pun intended.
No pun intended. According to MG, it still looks like crap. So
My favorite remake is DuckTales. So you have DuckTales that was on the NES, and they redid it on the Wii U, and then they redid it again digitally for the Switch. And
Yes,
so
sir, it was
it's a work of art.
Yes.
Yeah, because they got the
wasn't the
original...
Lion King and the Aladdin, weren't those remasters, or were they just? Yeah, they were remasters.
Yeah.
I enjoyed both of those. I thought that was great to bring those into a modern console. Because even though that Aladdin was kind of quote unquote hard, I think my daughter enjoyed playing it, realizing that it was from an older time as far as the base game. So
I think Atari did really well with their Reloaded series as well.
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, Steps Games played Haunted Castle remake.
Yes. It's
Today live. So if you haven't checked that out, go check out Steps Gaming and see how she played that.
I cannot wait to get the physical edition from Limited Run when that pre-order happens. That will complete the whole set for me, so I'm happy about that.
Laura Croft's butt looks better. I don't know. I didn't see it. Did anybody?
Yeah, it does.
Anybody want to comment on that?
It's not a square pixel anymore. It's
a square pixel. It's got a little bit of roundness there. Okay. Yeah. All right.
Very,
I finally got to play Asteroids Recharge and ended up not liking it. Bummer. Yeah, I heard some mixed results on the Asteroids Recharge. So
I heard Gravitar's good. Lunar Landing's good.
Lunar good. Yeah, I heard Lunar Landing was good too, but
Mr. Run and
Asteroids
Jump.
didn't seem to catch her with some people.
Mr. Run and Jump's a good one.
Oz too.
How did Multicade Matt become a long distance hauling trucker for a Cisco engineer? Life goals.
There you
Life goals. I played the remake of Rocket League. I can't read, honestly. I'm sorry. Without my glasses, I'm even worse than I was before. Gosh,
Rocket League, yeah.
Gosh,
Rocket League was a remake.
I really like. I may have to do like Jay and come up like really close to the.
You can go into your settings and bump up the font size.
Yeah, I could. Couldn't I?
Accessibility.
That seems like more work than it's worth.
Accessibility.
They just enjoy laughing at me that I can't read. So
I can't read either. So
I'll be excited for Chaotic BP when he gets his physical copy of Castlevania. Yep.
Pretty much.
2026.
Yep.
Yeah.
I'm gonna
probably
forget
2030. No, some of these remakes, like the that new Capcom collection they just announced. Power Stone has been stuck on the Dreamcast forever on console, and they did come out with a PSP. Really excited about them bringing that in because that's going to have online. So when they add the online feature, that's I like it when they add like the quality
features.
of life features, which makes sense. But like when you do like
save
was it Grand Theft Auto? What are we at 5 for? It started on the PS3, Xbox 360, and they haven't. They just keep bringing it along for each console and never updating them. You know, that's kind of a lazy, I would say. And like what they did, the Last of Us 2, that just came out on a PS4, and they just thought it was good to bring it to the PS5, which you can still play it on the PS4, so it didn't make any sense. You can play it on a PS5. So stuff like that makes it lazy, but when they add little quality of life features, I think that's good. But you know, sometimes it's just a cash grab, and they don't do anything, and they don't do anything updated.
Yes,
here, I do have to say though, like PlayStation just dropped Time Splitters 1, 2, and 3. I'm really excited about that because I love that series, and it was stuck on the PS2. So to be able to play the Time Splitters series, if you haven't played it, it's just dumb fun. And that's one of the things I want to talk about, just dumb fun things to do in the game. And you can be like a fish. They have all these wacky characters. You can build your own map, and you can play multiplayer. It's like one of the few games you can just build your own map. So, yeah. So I like it when they do stuff like that, and they're bringing trophies and stuff to PSP games.
Yeah.
We've been telling him that all night.
Yeah, he needs to make love to that mic, but he just won't do it.
It needs to break up with that mic.
It's not my
mic.
mic.
Kick her to the curb. Kick her to the curb. Anyway, quick poll. How many of you guys are going to buy that Capcom, what is it, Collection 2? Is that right? Yeah, I think a good chunk of us are going to get that. So I was pretty excited to hear about that.
Which should lead into the next topic for Matt, that what he wanted to discuss.
Yeah, let's dive into
Good
Matt.
segue.
What do you want to talk about, sir?
And so I blame Sheldon for this. So I'm heavily.
We always blame Sheldon for something.
Exactly.
So.
I'm heavily intrigued by the Intech gaming for the Switch now, as everybody else is, based on the Capcom collection that's coming out. So you have like online beat 'em ups, you have Power Stone, and also you have Shredder's Revenge. We can keep going, based on just multiple online games for. You just turn a Gen 1 Arcade 1 cab into an online, it's easy on the budget, and it also eliminates just a cash grab that normally it's Arcade 1-Up does when they release a cab that doesn't have like crappy online features, etc. So, yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
So what games do you think played really well on that Intech? What do you think really is top notch when?
So, well, we can ask who has one. Sheldon, see there's two people. Sheldon, you have one or two?
As far as the Switch one, I only have the one, but I have 3 altogether. I have the Nintendo one and the Sega one too.
Yes, sir.
Yeah. So, as far as like on the Switch games themselves, Shredder's Revenge plays amazing on it. I've been playing the what's the new Turtles one? Splinter Fate.
Yep.
That one's amazing on it too. Love playing that on it. Any beat 'em up, the Capcom collection, the Capcom arcade I have on there, all that plays great on it. Only ones I found that, obviously have an issue is things that you can't really use the stick and buttons for, like friends wanted to play like Super Smash Bros on it, which is also a fighter, and they couldn't really play it because you kind of needed more
That was a
than
good-
just a stick.
That was a good jab.
Till the
Yes.
end, it's a fighter.
Obviously,
just mute-
if you can't use
we'll
it on
just
a
mute
fight stick,
Jay.
it isn't a
Jay.
fighter.
Jay, we'll just mute you during this segment. Anyway.
My mic doesn't work anyway.
I was about to say.
Yeah, but I mean, a lot of stuff, especially if it's 2D old school type of stuff. I mean, it plays wonderful on it.
Yes, sir. And
I
then, like,
can't
it's a
believe
very
it's the
limited-
only time that MG actually
It's
agrees
barely-
with Jay. That is
Yeah.
insane. That is
So-
like the only time this ever happens. So note
And
it.
fighter is still a fighter,
38,
even if it's barely a
Yeah,
fighter.
barely correct, right?
barely a fighter.
Yeah. Yeah, so I'm for a very minimal investment, like it's like $113 on Amazon right now.
Yeah.
And so most of us, they all have Switches, so I'm just intrigued. And so
Wow, he changed position quick.
it's like, never mind. And so I'm debating to put it on my House of Dead cab right there. And so, and then because it also has a House of Dead remake, and so it would just be a good multitasker platform on something I already own.
Right.
It doesn't just work on the Switch either. It works on a PC and a PS4.
Yes, sir.
Yeah, there's other ways to connect the different games to it for sure. So
Yeah.
you don't have to do just the Switch if you wanted to. There's all types of stuff you can connect to it with that Intech deck.
Cool.
So it's a
Also,
cool feature for sure.
Yeah. So what Street Rage 4, we can keep going. Like there's actually Capcom had the one, it was just called the Beat 'em Up series, and it was like
Yep.
all of that was like it was a digital download, and it was like all the Street Rages and other devices. It was all just beat 'em ups, all for like $30.
Iron Meat. Does anybody know this game? I don't.
Yep.
I'm not familiar with it.
heard
I
about
sent
it.
this. I sent this to you in the group message. It's a.
Was
like
it 2
a
days
Like
ago?
a Contra.
Okay. Yeah. Okay. Yeah. Okay. Sorry,
also
us
goes back
old
to
people can't remember everything like
Yeah.
all the time.
And Contra would be another. It's not online, right? But Contra would be another. That Galuga, whatever it was, it would be another game that would play well on the Intech deck.
Oh, that would be dope.
That would be dope.
Give that man some money.
Oh boy.
That would be dope.
Oh
Sweet.
boy. All right.
Yeah. There's even go ahead.
No. What were we saying?
I was gonna say even with the like the Sega one, there's stuff I didn't think it would be able to do, but it does. Like I
Yes,
have the
sir.
Williams greatest hits cart, and it has Robotron on
And
there,
both.
and I thought for sure like it wouldn't work. Like there's no way it would use both the sticks, and it did. So it was pretty cool. Like there's some stuff I'm kind of like amazed that those things work on. They're really neat to have. So if you haven't done it, get one because it's pretty cool.
Yes, sir. The thing about that versus a Sega versus a Nintendo, the Nintendo, like the cartridge is really, really tall, so people have that deck. It looks like the cartridge is in the way, but since the Sega cartridge is smaller, it kind of hides it. It feels like
I
some
noticed
people
that
get-
on Galga Guys when he was playing. It looked kind of funny.
Yeah, so if you're sitting down and you're like on a bar stool or something and you're
Yes,
looking
sir.
directly at the screen, I could see it being an issue. But if you're standing up, it doesn't really get in the way at all.
The angle
Like
coming down doesn't seem like it blocks the
if you're
screen.
looking down at the screen, yeah, you don't really see that cartridge at all. But yeah,
Has-
I can see
has-
some people seeing it.
Has
You've
Intech-
you've called Stock Jock back to the screen. Robotron. Maybe this is
Yeah.
what he needs to do because I know Arcade One Up eventually will come out with something, but maybe this is what he should do. Maybe he should buy the Williams Greatest and an Intech deck and just build his own.
has
Yeah,
Intech made a Super Nintendo deck?
no,
They have not.
I wish they would have. I keep like waiting on it. Like, come on, come out with
Yeah.
another
You would
one.
think
but they
that would
haven't
be
yet.
easy to do, right? You would
I mean, that's
think
a
they've
missed
already got
opportunity with-
everything lined up. All
That's
they
a missed
got
opportunity with Street Fighter 2 Turbo and.
I
Yeah,
think
I
you
think so
can
as
take
well.
the Intech deck,
Yeah.
the Switch Intech deck, though, and get the mini console and hook that up to the Intech deck too. I think that's another thing you can do. So if you wanted those limited games that are on the mini console, you could use that technically.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Now,
but I'm sure the library list for Super Nintendo would be much better for those type of stick games, I would think.
Yep. And so Sheldon, so on your intake deck, on your Shredder's Revenge cab, you take all the buttons off and put an overlay on the top of it, or did you leave?
I didn't take all the buttons out. What I did is there's a plastic overlay that's on there, so I just took that off and I used that as kind of like my stencil to cut the holes for the Shredder's Revenge.
They come with like 5 or 6 of them that you can swap out.
But some of them are hokey. Like
they're ugly.
Yeah.
But the template uses a template.
Okay.
Yeah. So that's
a good idea.
Yeah. So that's how I did it. MG's figuring out why they call me Mr. Cooper half the time, but that's. But yeah, that's what I did. Because I could have taken all the buttons out. You know, some people say take all the buttons out and then cut the holes using the deck, and I'm like, I'm not gonna do all that work. That's a ton of work to take all those out, and then I'm like, now I'll just use this plastic piece, and that'll be my stencil. So, and it worked.
Awesome. All righty.
Cool.
Anything else you guys want to talk about the Intech deck?
It's a beautiful thing.
It's a beautiful, beautiful thing for sure. All right, Chaotic, I'm putting you on the spot, buddy. What do you want to talk about?
So, I've been watching. Was it Kerry Hardy? He's a big real pinball YouTuber.
Yeah,
and he brought up a topic a couple days ago about is Stern becoming desperate? And the reason why he brought that up is because Stern decided to partner up with Costco and bring out a Jurassic Park Home Edition Plus model to sell in Costco stores. Apparently, they did this back in like 2012 or 2015, something like that.
Yeah, how did we miss that? I'd like to talk about that too, but go ahead.
So now you can go. There's like select Costco stores that are going to have the Jurassic Park Home Edition Plus, and it's going to be $4,999, which to me is like, especially in today's economy, nobody's going to be walking around buying diapers and toilet paper and whatever else, and then be like, "Oh, a pinball machine, $5,000? That's burning a hole in my pocket. Let me take that home." That's just not happening. So, and he also brought up another point that he's like, it's kind of pissing off the distributors with bringing out all these freaking models and saying, "Hey guys, how many models do y'all want?" Well, they're not selling very many pinball machines, and with these high prices and everything, but they're going to start strong arming these distributors and doing the things like selling their models. If they don't sell it, then they're going to cut them off and stuff like that. And no distributor wants to be cut off, especially when you do have these high value pinball machines. But I just thought, I thought it was kind of interesting on how he brought that up and how he worded it, that it seems like Stern's getting desperate. And it's going to be kind of interesting, with us going to Chicago and possibly doing a Stern tour. That'd be like one of the questions to bring up to him. Like, hey guys, like why bring up Costco and putting out pinball machines into the stores, and the retail price being $5,000. But if you want to order online through y'all, that same product that y'all are putting in Costco, if I don't have a Costco near me to possibly get one or be interested in one, I have to buy it through you. It's $1,000 extra, and it has a arcade 1-up style coin door on the front of it. Like, if y'all that have the arcade 1-up pinball machines, y'all see that front coin door.
Yeah,
it looks like trash.
Yeah,
so they have that style built in, and they took all the toys off of it. It has Insider connected, so you can do the achievements and everything, but there's no toys inside the pinball machine. You got that cosmetic coin door, and some of the game modes are missing, and then like the DMD is also like 8 inches instead of like 14 or 16. So it's like, what are y'all doing? And I don't know. I just want to get y'all's opinion on, do y'all think it's a good idea or bad idea?
All right, who wants to step in on this?
Does my mic work?
Yes, sir.
Yes, make love to it again. What do you want to say?
Good.
I've been messing with the settings. I don't know if it's working.
We'll see.
It's not bad to get into retail, but again, if they're going to be strong arming people and trying to muscle people out of it, it's not a good look. Like you said, who's got $4,000? I mean, do they got some special financing or anything going on?
I mean, maybe through Costco.
Costco's-
Yeah, through
like
Costco, you might
$5,000.
be able to do something.
That's the only thing-
$5,000. That's huge.
That's
Yeah.
a big purchase for most Americans.
Correct.
Yeah. Well, small businesses go there. I don't know if some like small business wants to put a pinball machine in their lobby or something. Maybe that's what they're thinking.
Interesting that you brought it up, because he also brought this fact up, is that they also have started a rental program where you can get pinball machines sent to your business. You can rent them out from Stern directly, and it's $500 a month.
Really?
$500 a month.
Yeah, there's a
To
company.
rent 'em out.
Yeah, there's a
That was
company
too loud.
locally. Yeah, there's a company locally that rents pinballs for $250 a month.
Yeah.
So-
So,
But yeah,
All right, I want to give my 2 cents on this.
Go ahead.
First of all, you know that I fairly am new to the pinball scene. I love playing pinball. It's become something that I enjoy. I go out and use the app, find places to play pinball, and unfortunately, the biggest issue that I've ran into is that Stern doesn't have a lot of connected machines out there, and it's hard to find those connected machines. Like when we go to conventions and stuff, they seem to be everywhere. But
Yeah.
when you actually go out in the wild, they don't seem as popular, or they don't have, like going to Tilt when I was in South Carolina. They didn't have the online feature on. They had it was there, but they didn't have the online feature on. So my point is that this seems like, on the outside, like a good opportunity for someone like me that wants to buy a pinball, wants a new pinball, but doesn't want to pay $10K for one, to get your feet wet. It seems like a good opportunity for me. But do I really want to spend $5,000 on a machine that's not really, quote unquote, what I'm playing at the bars and whatnot as well?
right, because it's going to be
And
slightly smaller.
It's going to be slightly smaller, like you said, coin door, not as much features on the playfield or whatnot. So for me, it seems like the virtual pinball is still the better option.
It is.
Because I can get all the same features I want, get multiple tables, and I'm still going to be, well below what this machine is going to cost.
Correct.
Now, the funny thing is, a lot of the YouTubers have been talking about, is this thing going to go down in price because Costco's going to have it on their floor? They're not going to sell it. Are we going to get in a mad rush where it's $2,000? And, I don't know about you guys, but if I hear that Costco's got a pinball machine for $2,000 that's normally $5,000, I may rush to go find one, because it seems like a better deal for me. I would love to have multiple pinballs, but at the same time, I don't want to put $5,000 a piece in each one of them.
There you go. Fair enough.
I think when I watch P-Dub's stream based on this topic, and so there's people, if instead of having one, they could have two or three for the same price point. And so it may not be like everybody's margin in their budget to have it, but there are going to be some people who can afford one big one or two or three of the smaller versions. I think it may do well.
Plus, I mean, so if I were to get a pinball from Stern right now, do I need to go to a dealer? I just go online and order it, and then is there shipping costs involved in that? You got to kind of coordinate with the freight and delivery guys, whereas I go to Costco, right? I can pick it up and load it in the back of my truck or trailer that day.
Yeah.
And that's the price out the door.
Yes, sir.
I don't know. I don't think it's that unrealistic to think, about somebody wanting to drop $5,000 at Costco when, I go to Lowe's and Menards and stuff like that, and they got ATVs side by side and stuff
Yes,
out
sir.
front for $7,000 to $10,000 too. So, I mean, they're clearly selling those to people that are going in to get their gardening seeds and light bulbs and stuff like that. So,
I mean, I think it's good for the community. In the long run, I think it'll be good for the community.
You're giving us
But
options.
I mean, I
Stock
also
Jock's got the
think,
best option.
yeah, Project Pinball.
And if nothing else, it brings visibility to their product line, right? So
Yeah.
people that didn't, there might be people that kind of are curious about, didn't know that they were curious about pinball, and they see it and they're like, oh, wow, that's interesting. I didn't know that you could get pinball in your home. I thought that was
Yep.
only something that you could get if you were a bar owner or an arcade owner. So they're sitting there, they get to play it, experience it, the floor model. They remember, oh, the company is named Stern. They go home, they start looking it up, and opens a whole new world to them of, oh, wow, I can order these bad boys, even better ones, and have it brought right to my house. Amazing. So, I mean, to be able to see it and play it in front of you where you wouldn't normally, and
Well,
there's a lot of people who don't frequent bars and arcades either that might be interested in having a pinball machine.
very true.
So, with that being said, do you think that Stern is taking it's all maybe a niche and is trying to take advantage of it, or do you think maybe they're getting desperate and said, "Hey, we have to do something. Let's just throw something out there and see if people will take it or not"? Like, do you think it's more of an act of desperation, or maybe they're just trying to rethink things?
I don't know if it's desperate or rethinking. I think it's probably just expanding
the market. Yeah.
You in everything that you have, you always have to have a base model, a mid model, and a top model.
Yep.
And that's because you want to try to collect the most customer base you can get. So for me, this is like the economy model for people that just don't want to spend 10 or 12K on a pinball machine. And I think it could expand the market. I think it's good for their brand. Like you said, Joel, expanding people that maybe they know what Stern is or seen a Stern machine before, but they never actually got to put their hands on one or whatnot. Is it the best representation of a Stern? No, but it definitely kind of gives competing, like Arcade One Up had an opportunity with their machine to expand. We all got to see at games at Sam's Club. We got to go and touch and feel it. I think Matt went before he bought one, right, and tested it out on the floor and got us all interested in it. So
hey, that's the same thing with like the cars and stuff and phones or whatever. They really don't want to sell you the base model, but they run the sales on them and stuff like that to kind of get you in the door to start checking it out, and then you notice the one next to it or whatever, and oh wow. Same thing with they're running the sales on a brand new car, and it's like, oh man, that seems pretty cheap. I kind of like that. And then you get in there and you start looking at it, and it's like, oh wait, it doesn't come with wheels or air conditioning, or, oh, I need to add seats, and you start adding everything on, and it starts adding up. But then
you wanted tires,
and you got your set on buying something anyways. And I don't think it's desperate. The unfortunate part is like you said, I'm not too familiar with it, but from what you described, it seems like it's a extremely stripped down pinball machine. But I don't know. I guess if you can upgrade it a little bit later on, if I can go on and buy the toys and add the toys later on and, make it into something, premiumize it a bit. Yeah, I guess that we all love our lit coin doors on our fake arcade machines, right? So, but I mean, if a pinball machine, if I can get it cheaper and it doesn't have a very great looking coin door, I'm all right with that. But I think the toys kind of are one of the things that kind of really makes the pinball machines, unique.
Yes, sir.
So if that's something I could upgrade down the line, if I really get serious and into it, that would be something cool. But
I mean, from the outside, it looks beautiful. I mean, if you didn't know, you would think, okay, that's just a regular Stern, But then once you get into it, once you start looking at the pictures and the videos and stuff like that, you can notice a few things that are, not as as nice as the regular units.
So with this too, is this supposed to be? I know Joel mentioned like getting the name out there. Are they expecting people to maybe see these and kind of be, buy it on a whim, or do they think that people are going to see it, maybe go back home, do some research, and maybe come back and buy it? Or like, I guess I don't quite get it.
Versus ordering it and spending more money and shipping and all that when I can, like Joel said, pick it up, put it in his truck, and go home.
Okay.
The bigger question that kind of comes to mind though, and I've never owned a real pinball machine yet, but some of the things I've heard,
in there was
higher maintenance, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yep. Yeah.
That's
what I was going to bring up too. Yeah.
Dealer, you got a connection and a contact for when something breaks, who to call, and have
that is true.
Who do you call with this? Is it the deli guy at Costco that's going to come out and take care of this? Are you just SOL, or does
I would think, being a Stern, I would think that even, and I don't think that pinball guys take offense to what it is to a certain extent. I think anybody that works on a pinball will still be able to work on this thing. It's just not the same caliber that they're probably used to. You know what I mean? And they're probably going to come and fix this thing, but they're
price and cost cutting that they've done. Is it going to break down more often, or did they do something different that it's going to break down less? With
less parts,
less parts. I don't know.
MG said less to break. Yeah, that makes sense.
Yeah, MG said less to break. It does look like Stock Jock from our vantage point. It does look like a smaller playfield. I don't know.
Yeah, it's smaller.
How much smaller? Like, we're talking a few inches. We talking a foot.
As soon as this video's over,
a foot.
It's a long video.
A foot.
Let me see.
A whole foot.
A foot long sub that we're talking about here.
See, there's like no information on the size of it,
so you can do a firm for this thing. And how much is it a month? Scroll down just a little bit more.
$208.
$208 a month.
Might buy a car.
That's like a car payment.
It's a car payment.
I mean,
not anymore. You can't buy two
anymore. Mine's $650 a month.
Well, my car payment.
But
you guys, the same topic. You guys, same things you guys are talking about is the same thing people say about Arcade 1-Up. It's like they're not really as big. They're smaller. So it's kind of the same. They're kind of getting to our market.
For some people, that might be a selling feature.
Yep. My room is 10 by 10. So so the smaller is actually a pro.
Yeah, I'm more attracted to the smaller pinballs myself. Like, that big top or whatever that pinball that P-Dubs has is showing off. That thing looks pretty cool to me, just being a little 3/4 working real pinball machine.
Is that the Ad Games one or the different one?
Now, there's a couple of them.
Top. It was made in the 70s. It was an actual 3/4 scale working pinball.
Yeah.
We have that on VPX standalone. Just saying.
Yep.
It was sold in stores in Sears or something like that. Sears Robot.
Yeah.
Yep.
And then Super Mario was like smaller, and then the Phantom Menace Star Wars, from the one with the TV screen, it was smaller as well. Like there was a handful of ones that were built that were actually smaller than normal pinballs.
I can't believe I'm going to say this, but I agree with MG. Choice is not a bad thing.
Yeah.
Okay.
Having options, having choices. It may be a plain pinball or a very basic pinball, but if you wanted, if this was my option, if I had the money burning in my pocket, I would probably buy this instead of buying an older Stern or an older pinball that I didn't know what needed to be done with it, because I could buy this out of the box and I know it's new, and at least I've got somewhat of a warranty and somewhat of options, and even the unfortunate dreaded thing is too that if it breaks, technically I've got Costco to back on because I bought it from Costco.
There's an exception to that rule though. Choice is always a good thing unless it's coming from Arcade 1-Up.
Then they give you multiple options.
We got to look at it under a microscope and nitpick the crap out of it.
That's true. You're right. You're right, Joel.
Oh boy, I'm more excited about a PGA Go at Costco at a discount.
Which those are $3,000-$4,000 too.
Yeah.
Have you guys seen the a real golden tee? The golden tee has a home version.
Yeah.
And it's about the same price.
Yeah.
The big old platform.
Yeah, but it's like you hook it up to a regular TV. It's like a pedestal. So
it's a pedestal.
So they're in the same ballpark as price range. So it's kind of like a step up for what we're doing.
Yep.
And people are making like the custom pinball machines that are like not the Ad Games ones, but Brian was talking to a couple of guys from stream, and they're talking about getting like a $5,000, $6,000 custom built pinball machine. So that's in that price range. So it's the guys who's your step up from what we're doing.
Yeah. Now I kind of wonder, and this is just throwing this out there. That we know that there's other manufacturers. We've got American Pinball. We've got Jersey Jacks. We've got what's that other company I'm thinking of? Gosh darn it!
Oh God.
Yeah,
I'm the same way.
Yeah. Anyway, there's
Who
other
made the Princess Bride one? Who made the Princess Bride one?
Oh God, I don't even want to talk about them.
But that was.
I mean, with tax, you're looking at least $5,500. Most people aren't buying 5K items, especially randomly. Good point, Jason. That's true.
Yeah.
I kind of wonder, being in North Carolina, I kind of wonder if any of the Costco's around here will, like the one in Raleigh or here in Greensboro.
Haggis.
Yeah.
Exactly, Carlo. The problem with the home edition is going to be the resale value.
That's true too. You're not going to be able to put this on any auction or whatnot, or turn around and try to sell it for $5,000, because most pinball people are going to say that's a home edition. I don't want it for that.
Yep, and the value is not going to go up.
There you go. It's going to stay where it's at, or
it might.
It's going to go less.
If these first attempts at it tank and fail and do very poorly, then they might have a lot of resale value later.
It'd be limited collector's editions.
It'd be the only ones, but yeah, if it does somewhat successful and well, then it probably won't.
Yeah. But I'm wondering if the other manufacturers are going to follow suit. If we're going to see something from American Pinball a couple years down the road that's going to be like a home edition, and are they going to try to sell us something a little more quality, higher quality, at a little less retail to try to go against Stern? Is that something that's going to be, my question in the future? Are we going to see more stuff like that?
I guess it depends on how well it does. I mean, if it does really well, they might be like, "Oh yeah, we'll throw our hats in the ring." But if
they watch it, well, and like Chaotic said, this came out in what? They had the first home edition in 2012. Is that right? Is that what you said?
2015, I think it was Iron Man.
Where were we? We never saw that. I was a Costco member and I never saw it. Maybe I wasn't in this particular niche of the community or the particular pinball community, but I never saw it.
Yeah, I mean, like I said, this edition is going in 25% of stores. You have to think how many Costco's there are across America.
Yeah,
we probably won't see this one either.
Yeah,
I mean, you might.
Unless you talk about they've got to be going into areas where they know that the money's at.
Exactly.
Where the demographics are higher. That's why I said, and Jason can probably contest to this, Raleigh's a big community in North Carolina. A lot of universities, a lot of Research Triangle. They always have, tons of executives and companies around that pay really well. So I'm wondering if something like that would be, for me, going to Raleigh 2 hours just to check it out, go to the Costco and see what they got, would be worth it to me. So
I'm wondering too, with the NFL Blitz fiasco with RK1UP and Costco, they had the whole buyback thing where if they sold them at a lower price, they made RK1UP pay the difference.
Yeah.
Certainly, that would be the same with a Stern pinball. Do you think? Like they wouldn't be like, oh hey, told us 5,000, we're gonna sell it for 2, and you owe us $3,000 a unit or something like that. Like that would be nuts.
Well, think about it
like,
this way, though. If it's
like-
boxed and it's still, a viable thing, the freight to ship it back to Stern would be cheaper than that. They're going to most likely build one for the floor so people can play it. And if you slap and lose a little bit of money on one machine per store versus 5 or 6, so they'll ship them back. They'll just ship them back. They probably won't. They may reduce it if it seems within they're just losing margin, but they may just say, okay, we'll ship them back to you, Stern, and you could just sell them on your website and take the loss.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
All right. Anything else about Stern Pinball you guys want to talk about? And the awkward silence begins. Joel, did you want to talk about something? I know we talked about Nintendo Force starting out, but do you want to talk about anything else?
I don't got anything.
All right, I'm going to move to
a live arcade tour, so maybe we'll save that for another day.
Okay. Well, I want to talk about this. Let's see here. So I'm going to put this on the screen. So GameStop came out today. Announcement today, I think it was. Yeah, article came out. GameStop is pivoting towards retro gaming at select locations. So this is kind of like a concept idea for them. I know we saw this kind of a few years ago. They were talking about this, turning their stores into kind of like a retro type store. But it's GameStop Retro. Looks like they're going to have Nintendo, Wii, PlayStation 2, all the way to PlayStation 3. So all the previous generation games, consoles, things like that. They're talking about doing a select locations kind of thing and seeing what they're can do with this. So I wanted to get the panel's thoughts and feelings on this and see. I've always been a local guy. I love my local retro video game stores. I'm still going to shop there because I love the people. They always usually have great variety and whatnot. If GameStop Retro comes to my area, I don't know if I would go and I might go visit it, but I don't know if I would buy a lot of things from them. Most of the GameStops that I go to locally are not the best locations ever. So, but I wanted to get you guys take on that if anybody wants to chime in here.
I think it's a good idea.
GameStop Retro. They should convert them all to that. I would actually go into GameStop again, I think.
Yeah, if it was all retro, why not? Why not?
That used to be.
I think they would have the market,
That used to be why you went to GameStop, was to buy used
games. Yeah.
Used games. Yep.
Like, I don't go to GameStop anymore because, if I want a Funko Pop or something, I can get it cheaper at Walmart. I can get the games at Walmart. I can order them online. There's no GameStop super close by me, so I'd have to go out of my way to go there, and they don't have anything. So this would be awesome if they started to stock up and, actually carry retro games again, and rather than having to buy them off eBay from, scalper prices or whatever.
Yep.
They actually got into this. It'd be great.
Mystery Encoder made that comment in our Discord that this scalper pricing that might help fight against some of that. I like to see.
But it might not, because GameStop's kind of scalpers themselves, even when it comes to the used games they sell.
Yeah, but some of them are ridiculous.
Do I really want to risk
20 or 30?
Do I really want to risk ordering this game that's used at $5 cheaper than what I can buy it new, and it potentially not show up with any artwork, on the outside paper? It just comes in like a fax machine copied version of a GameStop piece of paper slid in the cover. And
well, that's kind of the nostalgia, right? Getting the GameStop.
No,
That's
Now,
what half my old ones were. GameStop sleeves.
Yeah.
do you
so
remember, guys, when they came out and they were talking about this initially? It was like in their planning phases, and they took a tour of a renovated store that they were going to talk about. They talked about having a game room where people can come and they'll have CRTs or even modern type screens and let you play games and buy drinks and do stuff like that, and then have D&D nights. And I mean, it was like they were trying to recreate that old school video game store feel, but in the modern age. And it was like, how is GameStop even going to do this? You go in there and there's only one person working typically.
Yep.
And I don't see how they could recreate the same feel from the early 90s or whatnot.
They're stealing it from the local. I mean, we got a local one that does all that. So
yeah,
I mean,
and we
they
do
took up
too.
half the mall. They took up half the mall with all their all that stuff. So they definitely need bigger stores. But like Joel said, I'm down for having another option.
There's not a local retro game
Yeah.
shop in the mall, is
Well,
there?
not a game. They do video games, comic books.
I know there's comic books and stuff. But
Oh, they got all kinds of stuff in there.
Marine 50, yeah, I'd love to support my locally owned retro store, but I don't know of any that are around. So that's what I'm seeing.
CD Exchange.
GameStop,
CD Exchange is right there. There's one in. There's two of them in Holland. Yeah,
but
There's a
GameStop,
couple.
I don't see them being able to sustain it. They've kind of killed themselves as it is. They were scratching backs of CDs and stuff, and throwing them in the dumpster over the years. And,
remember the cell phone where they would buy? They were trying to buy your old cell phone.
Cell phone, yeah.
That?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
And they kind of, I don't know, the writing's a little on the wall, kind of, how it was with Radio Shack when you go in there and they didn't have any like radio supplies and you couldn't buy any diodes and LEDs and different things.
They're all out of Shacks.
You could sign up for an AT&T plan, or that's all that they sold was cell phones and stuff. Same thing that you could get at pretty much any superstore.
I think they're trying to compete with DK Oldies too. It sounds like.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, I'm sure that's part of it as well.
Because they're killing it.
Yeah.
It all depends on price, right? It goes like Joel's meme on Saturday, price, right? Yeah.
Yep.
I mean, it sounds cool, but if they're 50, like you said, if they're like $2 or $3 off from brand new, then they're just wasting their time.
But this is all retro.
No, yeah. So I get it. So there's a local station, not a local station, like it's called Vintage Stock. They're like a chain. And so they used to be like you could get bargains there, and like they have like specials on like certain holidays, like buy one get one free on certain holidays. But their prices now are just through the roof, and so you can't find any bargains anymore.
I like to see them do like modern controllers and stuff for some of the old systems. I've been doing a lot of watching of people upgrading old systems and making them more modern. Like, so if they had like 8-bit dough, maybe do a partnership with them and come out with SNES controllers or something like that. I think that's a market that could tap into.
That'd be cool if they they had all kinds of old retro stuff, but then modern stuff that works with retro, new controllers and stuff like that. They sold what are they? I'm sitting here staring.
Hyperkin, the Retron.
Yeah, Hyperkin. I got 6 of them in front of me. I couldn't remember the name. Yeah, the Hyperkins, if they had those out there and they had a nice, shelf of NES games and Game Boy games and things like that, that'd be awesome. But it can't be like just, something stuck in the corner. They have three games and it's what? Super Mario, Duck Hunt, and Track and Field. Or
Mario Kart.
Yeah, stuff everybody already has, but I'd love to go in that. Yeah, and if they're getting new stuff regularly, or cycling through inventory, sending it from store to store occasionally and stuff to move stuff around to encourage people, so it's not stagnant. That you're going in there and finding the same stuff all the time. That it's kind of exciting to discover. I got to go in there this week because Tuesday is the new the truck comes and. So
new inventory.
See what kind of new NES games there are. Anything that you don't have in your collection.
I know I've been seeing a lot of people are releasing games for old systems too. If they could,
yeah, that's what I was fixing to say. What if GameStop came in and said,
limited run or something.
Let's
We'll
bring some of these homebrews. Let's bring some of
that would be awesome.
And put them on the shelf, and heck, have demos to show them off, because some of us, may have just totally missed the mark as far as seeing a new game. Didn't go to convention where they were at and were showing off new stuff. So,
I mean, that happens with comic book stores too. People, little independent artists and stuff come in and sell 10 or 15 issues to them to put on the shelf, and they'll resell them and get the name out. This is all great in theory, but we all know GameStop's not going to do it.
That's smart.
We know that, because GameStop's not looking at they're not looking at it the way we are. They're just assuming that they can bring in a few little odds and ends and bring the nostalgia back and then not deliver, and we will still spend money with them. So,
and you go in there and they carry Old School Gamer magazine and Nintendo Force and Retro Gamer and physical media magazine.
Well, they just killed the longest running gaming magazine in existence. So
exactly.
and what was all those fees that we paid? All the things that we paid over the years, and that could sustain the magazine. That's.
And I always hated that they try to give you the digital. I'm like, no, I want the physical.
I want the
trying to switch me over to the digital.
My hand.
It's like they always try to switch me, and I was always no.
I think Jason makes a good point. If they distributed the limited run games, if they actually were a distributor for the limited run games in store, you can go in and pick up a copy.
Oh yeah.
Obviously, a limited run would have to, step up their game. But,
well, they would have if they had a guaranteed customer to like a retailer to do this, they could produce more.
Yeah, exactly.
And not just like but they could expand what limited runs currently doing too. In the past, limited run has done small runs of kind of homebrew or new modern NES cartridges and stuff. What was was Kevin?
Well, they could be
grumpy, are we?
Was that Mall Brawl or whatever that they did with Jay and Silent Bob and stuff like that you could, and you got like Allah's Awakening and stuff that are like new games from kind of bigger publishers and stuff that are on NES carts and stuff, carrying those things. I mean, there could be some good potential there, but.
I'll also give them this. At least this is a way of keeping physical media alive. You know? So, like, it's an opportunity.
Not to mention, if you did all this,
game store to do this,
it'd be a great place to sell arcade one-ups and stuff.
Could be.
Yeah,
they did for a while.
4-foot section of arcade.
Do you think that's maybe why they're changing gears like this, because they understand physical media is depleting so much? They're like, hey, we're going to have to start selling older games, because newer games, more people are buying digital more and more,
and they don't need us.
Maybe,
they don't need. I don't need to go to GameStop to get a code to load a digital game. I don't need that little card anymore.
Yeah.
And Sony and stuff stopped doing it.
Yeah.
Well, you just scroll through the comments too and stuff. People are like, some people are like, I'd much rather have just digital stuff, because what's the physical going to get me? All it is a kind of a blank CD with an authorization code on it, to allow me to download it. And if the store goes down in the future, the game's still gone. And if I order the digital copy, I get it 30 minutes before it's released. I can wake up and play it. I don't have to go stand out in line, or I can't. If I pre-order it, it doesn't come like 6 days after the release date, because that's just when Best Buy decided, or GameStop decided to drop it in the mail for us.
Yeah.
That doesn't mean anything, MG.
We love you, MG.
Or they could compete with limited run. They could start making those games, or doing a deal with a actual manufacturer and have it
Jason,
do it
can
themselves.
You pick up some games for me if I give you a list of games to pick up for me.
Well, you guys keep talking about buying stuff. I'm excited to sell all my, video game collection of them for $8 in store credit. Like I'm excited.
Yep,
Bring
I'll
in
give you this blitz for $10.
So
$8
That was the
for
other
it.
thing that killed it for themselves is, we won't give you crap for it, but we're going to turn around and sell it for the highest dollar.
well,
Exactly.
was it who was it? It's one of the YouTubers, the big ones. He said he was selling it to DK Oldies, and they were actually giving them pretty decent prices for them. So they jacked their prices up, but they actually give good prices to people who are selling it to them too. So
Yeah.
RGET 98, 95, 85 or whatever his name is. I got a stack.
$8.
I got a story about that. We have a local, it's called CD Exchange, and this kid walked in with a bunch of PS3 games, and the lady's like, "Oh, we ain't gonna give you anything for these." And he goes, "Hey, you want these?" And I said, "Sure." And it was just like a stack of PS3 games, and they were bangers too. They were like Uncharted, like all the major titles, like Assassin's Creed and everything. So I walked out with like 12 games of PS3 games for free.
And you
I'm
didn't
like,
give him any
Really?
money for him?
no, he was just gonna throw them away.
Oh, come on, man.
I was like, he's like, and you're just gonna leave them. I'm like, here you can have them. I'm like, thanks, dude.
I remember trying to trade in Metroid Prime at a GameStop whenever I was a kid, and they were going to give me 15 cents for it. They're like, "Oh, we'll give you
15
15 cents."
15
And I'm like,
cents.
15 cents. I was like, nah, I'll just keep it. Like, I just kept it. I was like, this is dumb. Yeah. It's like, well, in-store credit's 27 cents. I'm like, oh, really? Really? Like,
27.
Yeah.
That's a slap in the face, man.
Yeah.
If you
Yeah,
have
I
our
was
if you
just
have our
like,
monthly
no thanks.
membership card, we'll give you an extra $1.
Yeah, exactly.
If you give us more money, we'll give you a little bit more back.
If you have a monthly membership card, you can get your stuff shipped for free if it reaches over a certain percentage, which happens to be $5 more than what each one of our games actually cost. So you have to buy at least 2 at a time.
Oh,
That's true.
Yeah.
that's hilarious. Oh.
Hey, I got something else for him. So
Cool.
Yeah, he's trying to redeem himself. He's trying.
You better hurry and get that shipped to you, though. The longer
Yeah,
you
I
hold
better-
on to
I better
things,
give him my
the
address
longer
soon.
he
He might keep
decides
it.
he might want it.
you gave me one for free. So
Oh. All right, guys, we've been talking for about an hour and a half. I don't know if you guys want to wrap it up. If there's anything else you want to talk about before we wrap this up.
What's
Hear
Michael B
now.
saying?
Huh?
He's
What's
still
Michael
going?
B saying?
They're still
Is
going.
that on replay or is he still going? Is that still live, Todd?
Who's gonna see Beetlejuice? Who's gonna see Beetlejuice? Anybody? Anybody gonna
Oh,
go see
there you go.
Beetlejuice?
no,
Yes, I will see it.
Yeah.
Yeah, with my
I
little
have
sister.
nostalgia for the original movies, so I'm gonna go watch Beetlejuice
Yeah.
too. And I'm not gonna say it one more time.
I want to watch that new
Go-
Transformers. I guess
Transformers 1. Yeah.
When does it come out or when does it come out?
it's soon. I know it's real
I
soon.
haven't been following.
Week
it,
or
but
two,
is
isn't
something
it?
I
I don't
wanna
think
watch.
it's too far out.
There's just
Is
a
that
new
for little
trailer
kids,
for
or
the
is that-
Sonic 3 movie.
Yes, I've seen that.
Oh.
Yes.
That looked awesome.
Was it the one where he was
Keanu
talking
Reeves is
to-
in it.
Yeah.
No spoilers, but wasn't he? He was talking to either his older self or something. It was pretty cool. Jim Carrey. I'm
His
glad
dad?
he is reprising his role.
Yeah.
So
Yeah, he was born to do that role.
heard they're releasing Interstellar. I didn't hear that, Stock Jock. Interesting. Check out the Sonic 3 trailer. Thank you, Jason. You rot, buddy. Great to see you.
Let's watch it and get demonetized. Wait.
Yeah, let's do
Why
that. No,
Play
no,
the
we're not.
twist. Dr. Robotnik can't take over the world. You might as well try and save it.
There you go. I'll see Beetlejuice, but I have a bar of soap. I didn't like the first one. Hope it's great for those who see it. I think Sonic looks cool. Yep. Yep. All righty.
Pray for Sonic.
All
So
right.
there's some
final
good-
thoughts.
Good
Anything
nerdy
else?
stuff out there. Play your games.
Play your games. Enjoy your week.
And college football starts.
Oh yeah.
Awesome.
Yeah, me and Matt. Let's go.
Don't remind Stock Jock.
Florida State lost,
Florida
but the
State
kids
had a bad weekend.
They did, but they went to Ireland. Like a college kid gets to play football in Ireland. How does that work out?
I know,
Yeah,
right?
man.
That's great.
Hey, let's do it.
Yeah.
College is better than pro anyway.
Game of the week. What do we want to do for game of the week?
Oh, we can do a game of the week.
Yeah, we need to do a game of the week. What's Thank you, Stock Jock. You are awesome, my friend. Game of the week. I'm gonna let Chaotic pick because he's got.
No, I was gonna say Atari Star Wars.
I was gonna say Mappy. Nobody likes it.
Dig Dug.
I actually played it the other day, and it is as sucky as everybody said.
It is amazing. It is amazing.
Oh,
he didn't know what to
boy.
do. He's like, I don't know what I'm doing here.
What the heck am I doing here?
You have to
What the heck am I supposed to do?
Man.
Go watch the cartoon, Jay. That should fill you in.
There's a cartoon.
Yeah, apparently somebody posted and shared that, didn't they? That
Oh yeah, that's right.
in the 90s, they did a short run, a Mappy cartoon.
Yeah.
That's gonna tell me what to do in the game.
I think.
That's right.
Are you familiar with any of the Pac-Man cartoons?
Yes,
They
I
don't
love
tell
them.
you what to do in the game.
I see a trademark infraction here. Yeah,
Mhm.
I noticed that too. So
What are you playing now?
What happened?
it looks like my TV.
Did you play that '80s playlist again?
No, it looks like it went to a certain animated TV series from the
Well,
2000s.
certain other YouTubers just play Star Wars in the background. So.
Yeah, hopefully,
Some of
I
them
will
play
not get
really
at
explicit
any
scenes.
trademark.
Oh yeah. While you're on stream.
So
Yeah.
why don't we keep it? Why don't we keep? We haven't played a good Pac-Man run. Why don't we do a Pac-Man?
Sweet.
What do you think?
Let's go.
Let's yeah. Saying
Let's do
Spirits
it.
is right. The 80s is the best era ever.
All right, cool. Thank you,
Just
Sean.
regular Pac-Man? Or are we
Yeah, let's
Yeah.
just play some
Straight
regular
up Pac-Man?
What do you think?
Pac-Man and Friends.
Go do
Nope,
Pac-Man.
regular
Pac-Man.
original Pac-Man. What do you think?
Bet. Let's do it.
Done.
Can Todd wrap this up? Come on, Todd. Take control. Wrap it up. Wrap it up. Okay. Well, guys, thank y'all
simple,
for
B.
hanging out with us. You guys rock. We had a great show tonight. We'll have another great topic next week. But right now, we're just going to go ahead and hit the road. So we appreciate you guys watching. Hope we can play games on Sunday, guys. We haven't played a Sunday in a while. I know Sunday doesn't work sometimes for everybody, but
What is a holiday weekend?
it is a holiday week. So hopefully I still got to work on whatchamacallit.
Monday?
So
They hate you.
I'd
Yeah.
probably be even okay with us playing Rocket League if that's what you guys want.
wow.
What?
Wow.
I got to tell you, though, JoJo has been bugging me. He wants to play with you guys again. Mario Kart or something. He's like,
That's-
Nope.
Mario Kart's always fun.
and I would go
Mario
play.
Kart
and
is
like,
always
are
fun, yeah.
Are the guys going to play? I'm like, no, it's just me and you. He's like,
Aw.
I don't want to play
with
with
the guys.
just you and me.
And then tonight I was getting set up for the stream, and he's like, "Are we playing games tonight with the guys?" I'm like, "No."
Oh man.
We'll have to set that up.
We got to set that up. We got to get Jodo to play with us again. So
JoJo misses me.
yeah, he misses MG for sure. At British Muppet. All right, gentlemen. It's been great hanging out with you. We will see y'all next week. We're out.
See you guys.
See you later.
Yeah.